everybody, I'm playing Pick a Side today. So this question is, be a ghost or be a vampire? Um, hmm. That's an interesting one. If I was a ghost, I would never get any social interaction, and we're kind of social creatures, you know? I'm not sure if being a vampire means that you need to eat, like, blood, like other people's blood or other animals' blood. But I'm sure you could be compatible with other humans, if you can drink other animals' like blood or whatever. I don't know much about vampires. What I do know is that they consume blood. And humans are social creatures, and I'd rather just not be ignored my entire existence. So I'd rather be a vampire. Die, people! Die! Uh, I'm almost killed him. Come on. There we go. We killed him. Okay, so if you're wondering why my avatar is the way it is, it's because I'm like part of a new clan. Like a samurai clan. I know it's for nerds, but the thing is that clans are actually really fun. Like, they develop games that oftentimes are far more interesting than like most of these simulators or tycoons. Vacation in Russia or Vacation in China? Russia doesn't really have as much to it. China has way better foods, way better scenery, way better everything. So I'm gonna pick Vacation in China. I'm gonna send this video to Lunar Pirate because he's gonna like this. He's a big fanboy of China. But yeah, I mean, part of Russia is in Asia, because of the groups there, and then part of Russia is in Europe. But in general, well, first of all, like, the part of Russia that's Asia, there's nothing to it, really. It's just Siberia and, like, plain, like a wasteland, basically. China has all sorts of experiences that cater to your every sense, you know? Have 1 1,000-year lives, have 10 100-year lives. I'd rather have 10 100-year lives. I would rather selectively choose when my 100-year lives would be, rather than just having 1 1,000-year life. Like, why? Like, that's like, if you really wanted to have 1 1,000-year lives, you could just. I mean, in a way, right? Because assuming that you would have to reset your life, you could have. I mean, I guess if you think about it, if you did have 10 100-year lives, then a large majority of your existence would be as a child. But I still would rather have 10 100-year lives so I could choose what periods of human history that I would like to engage in. And, being a child is not, like, too terrible. Only look up or only look down? Well, I'd rather only look down, because if I look up, I don't know where I'm going to be going. Like, I don't have any idea where I'm going to be. I kind of look down when I, like, walk, to kind of see, like, where my foot placement is going to go. Not that down, but, yeah, looking up is not a great thing. Yeah. I'm glad people agree with me. I've been trying to think of intellectual topics for my videos. I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing one on, like, let's see. Video that I want to do. Maybe, like, how new cars are stupid. I don't know. I usually talk about finance topics on my channel, but I've kind of run out of ideas. Be a student for the rest of your life, be a teacher. I'd much rather be a teacher for the rest of my life. Maybe I could show those filthy math professors that, or maybe I could, instead of getting out an 80% exam grade, I can actually give students a chance to demonstrate their work by other means besides exams. I mean, being a student, it's not about education. The goal of education is not to have more education, right? And we have too many individuals in the United States and these other developed countries that think that more education equals better. That's not always true. At some point, you got to start living your lives and providing for yourself, right? I mean, you do make some money as like a grad. I think it's a grad student, or maybe it's like a post grad student. It's not very much, but there is a point where you have to start living your lives, and if education is to prepare you for the real world, then eventually it just becomes contradictory because you're never actually applying that education. You're just going for more education. Be a 10-foot tall dwarf. I'd rather be a 10-foot tall dwarf. It would be a pain in the ass being a fairy. And being a fairy that can't even fly, like, yeah, no way. I would basically be like, what, a fucking bug. Like, there would probably be bugs that would try to eat me. Of course I'm going to be a 10-foot dwarf. Both are pretty fucking, like, both are pretty bad. Let's just say it that way. They're disadvantageous. But I'd rather be a 10-foot tall dwarf, or otherwise I'm just going to be essentially a bug. Right? La 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 la. I kind of wish I was in my 40s or 50s so I had some more perspectives on the world, because I'm not like in the workforce, right? And I've not had like a good, wow, it's raining even more. Haven't had like a good taste of life yet. So there are so many topics that I don't really have many experience with. Um, and so it's kind of limited like my video ideas a little bit, you know? Let's see here. Be on a bad sports team with all your friends. Oh, fuck yeah. Have the fucking time of your life with your sports friends. I would much rather be around people that I actually like making memories than to be on a good sports team that I have, you know, that nobody likes. Right? And I know there's going to be that one kid that's like, but you could go into the NFL and make $20 million a year. They're not going to choose you. They choose like 0.1%, even if that. Like, I might actually make a video on that, like why really rich people are kind of, why really rich people are stupid because they take huge risks. Because it's true. Like, when you think about the upper middle class of this country, it's filled with engineers, filled with doctors, filled with surgeons, filled with kind of, you know, financial people. But the really, really rich celebrities are people that take big risks, spend big money. A lot of times they go bankrupt. So I might make a video like why the richest people are stupid. Now, obviously, there's going to be like actual people in the wealthy category that are smart with their money, but there are a lot of dumb people, a lot of people that have gone bankrupt. I'm going to have to research. Live in a world with only spiders, but with a 50% increase to their current population. With no spiders, I rather... Oh, damn it, I was going to choose red. Live in a world with no spiders, but all other bugs at their current population. Spiders are pretty important for the food chain. Although there's no telling whether a 50% increase in them would disrupt the food chain in some meaningful way. I'd rather have neither, but I'd probably rather choose red. Okay, let's see here. Play Resident Evil. I don't know Silent Hill, so I'm just going to say play Resident Evil. I don't really know what Silent Hill is. It's really raining. Hopefully the sun shines. I know there's a lot of people that don't like afternoon rain because it makes them groggy and tired. I kind of like when it rains in the afternoon and then the sun comes out so everything is shiny, even though it kind of makes me tired. You know, it's just beautiful, like, you know? Come on, you fucking piece of shit. This is the most frustrating fucking weapon I've ever used. Holy shit. You don't even, like, really draw the bow. Is he just standing there? Yeah, okay, I'll just kill you, I guess. Well, there we go. We killed him. I've never heard... I mean, I've heard of Resident Evil, but I've never played it. I don't think I've ever heard of Silent Hill, necessarily. So, yeah. Resident Evil also sounds like it's one of my interests. Have your foot stepped on by an elephant. Have your foot bitten by a lion. Oh, God. I'm assuming this means that the elephant doesn't harm you in any other way and goes off. Have your foot bitten by a lion. And I'm assuming that means only have your foot eaten by a lion. I'm going to choose the elephant. Yeah, I'm going to choose the elephant. I think most people are. I mean, assuming that both don't cause further injury than that. Usually it's the female lions that actually hunt. I believe lions are more of a matriarchal thing. I know hyenas are. Come on, you fucking... Die. There we go. I think hyenas come from... Is it felines? I think they do. I think hyenas come from felines. I don't think they come through canines. Maybe wrong about that. They come from one of the two. I know that. Alright, let's see. Okay. Hang out with people younger than you. Hang out with people older than me. Well, I'm 20 years old. If I'm hanging out with somebody that's a bit younger than me, then I have to be careful about what I say around them. But if I hang out with older people, then I don't have to be as careful of what I say. And, yeah. I think I could, you know. Yeah, almost everybody is fucking here on blue. I could learn a lot off of somebody that's a few years older than me, too. Because a few years older when you're in your 20s is it's like a big thing. Like, if you were to tell me the difference, like, in experiences in the teenage years by 2 or 3 years, like, life experiences, I wouldn't say it matters that much. But I would say in your 20s, when education is a thing, when early career is a thing, somebody that's 2, 3, or 4 years older has quite a bit more experience than you. It really does matter in the 20s how old you are. Be the first to climb Mount Everest. Be the first on the moon. I know that the moon sounds so much more intriguing, but I've always had a mountain climbing dream. So I'm going to choose Mount Everest. I might climb Everest someday, although I'll probably climb it from the North Chinese side if I do. I don't want to be in Sirac land in the fucking glacier. It's just not something that I want to do. I don't know why other people look at mountains like K2 and they're like, oh my god, look at that Sirac at the top. Meanwhile, there's like 20,000 Siracs in the Khumbu Icefall that are just as deadly, that are the size of houses that could, you know, crash into you and kill you. I have no idea why anybody wants to traverse through the Icefall. It's literally Sirac land. Squirtle or Charmander? I'm a water type guy, as you know. I think Charmander looks cooler, and everything, but I'm a Squirtle type guy. Yeah. Let's see here. Probably going to end this video kind of soon. I have to go shopping soon. Yes, this is on Easter Sunday. We didn't really prepare for it. Which, I don't know why, but I guess we were just preoccupied with other things, so we didn't really think about Easter Sunday. So yes, we are going shopping on Easter Sunday. Die. Oh, man, it sucks that... Okay, well, I did a lot of damage, so hopefully they'll be able to kill her, which they probably will. Looks like they will. Yeah. Okay. Red wins. Alright, we'll do a couple more. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Kiss Voldemort, Harry Potter. Obviously Voldemort. He's like way more popular in the Harry Potter series. I don't know who Dolores Umbridge is. I don't really know who either of these people are. I've been meaning to get into Harry Potter, but I haven't, like, watched it really. Okay, let's see here. Special ability. Damn! What the hell? Holy shit. That's ridiculous. What the hell are this special ability supposed to do? That literally doesn't do anything. That did something. And I killed her. Alright, we'll do like 3 more. Let's see here. We'll do like 3 more, as long as my thing doesn't run out of storage. If it does, then I'm just gonna upload this video, so be aware. Let's see. Earn 250k. Obviously, dude. Earn $1 million working a full-time job? No fucking way. Dude, why do I need $1 million? 250k a year is more than I can dream. Right? I could earn $1 million a year by investing like $200,000 a year in a fucking compound interest account. This is stupid. This is... What the hell? Only 3 people agree? Are you serious? You would rather slave away your whole life just so you could earn $1 million versus 250,000, which is both like in the very top percentiles in income in the US? Like, are you serious? You can't be serious about that. Most people just look at a larger number and they're like, oh, yeah, larger number, better. Not the case. Alright, 2 more. Alright, 2 more. Let's see. Toilet paper a house on Halloween. I'd rather toilet paper a house because eggs can actually have proteins that stick to the house, and I don't want to do that to somebody. So I'm just going to fucking, like, do toilet paper on their house so it's not as harmful. Wow, that was fucking ridiculous. I hate how pay to win Pick a Side is. It's extremely pay to win. The gear is extremely pay to win. My camera is blurry. Okay, never mind. So right now we're looking at one blue ranged person to really see if they can pull this off. It looks like they might be able to. Oh shit! Oh, it's a 1v1. Oh fuck! Oh, it's gonna be so close. Holy shit! Oh, they tied, and they were both like red. Oh my god. Alright, one more. This is the last one. This is the last one. This better be a good one. Let's see here. Better be a good one. Let's see. Always be hot, always be cold. Cold, and here's why. Even though I like the heat better and everything, here's why, right? So, cold, your body can cool down a lot in temperature. But if it just raises by a few degrees, it can cause serious damage. So you can survive body temperatures of 70, although obviously you'll be immobile. But normal body temperature is 98.6. But if you're a few degrees too hot, it can cause brain damage. The cells actually die in the brain. I don't think cold is the same way. It doesn't work the same way. So I'd much rather be like cold, depending on how cold it is. Or how hot and how cold it is. Alright, well that's it, everybody. See you later. Blue 1. Pick a side.